Hey guys, welcome back for another video. This one's exciting because today I'm doing my May garden tour. I have a feeling this one's gonna come sometime during the first week of June because I'm a little bit behind in videos. When I go on vacation, I always get set back. But anyway, I just wanted you to see what's blooming here in May, even though it's probably posted in June. So lots of exciting things. I have some new additions in my yard, and I was able to come in and plant all my annuals. And so I'm looking forward for this month of June, where all the flowers can just really grow and get full and beautiful and colorful. And so I'm really excited about that. Looking forward to it for sure. So let's turn the camera around. We're going to start in the back. I probably will do a separate front and back garden tour. So we'll start back here and turn the camera around. We'll start back here on our back deck. We really enjoy sitting out here. I don't think I filmed this, but we got all our furniture up out here. Hi, Piper. You want to go in? And I have my baskets that I potted up. So in these, let me get some better light here. I have jazzberry, which is this purple one, bubblegum, and silverberry, which has a little bit of pink, and it's white. So really fun. They're a little bit behind some of the other ones I saw at the garden center because I planted these up myself, but we're gonna have a lot of heat here soon, so they're gonna be filling up quite quickly. And then I still have pansies in here. I have yet to change these out. I'm going out of town one more time, and so those will probably be dead by the time I get home, and then I'll just plant something else up in here, something really fun, so that would be a future video. And I also have something fun to plant in here that I'm probably going to do in the morning. These are starting to get some powdery mildew, but they have been so pretty. I've loved this. So I picked up some low flowers like this so I can continue to have this out here on my table. I've absolutely loved it. Let's head on down here. Piper can't ever make up her mind whether she's staying in or going out. I'll end here just because, well, I guess the light's behind a cloud, so we can probably see this. I just want you to see these colors of this. This is my Lady of Shalott rose, and it's just starting to bloom, and it's one of my favorite roses. Pretty soon I'm going to be doing a rose garden tour, so look forward to that. Things are just starting to open up, which has been really fun. I love that this has pink and orange and a little bit of yellow. It's so beautiful. I'm dealing with a lot of aphids, and I actually did go around last night and finally spray some Captain Jacks because it's pretty bad. I hate to do that. I try not to, but it's just become quite the problem. Okay, I planted in some Maverick. These are the Maverick, let's see if I can find a bloom, apple blossom. And they're going to be pretty. They're still kind of babies right now, so we just got to wait that out. Everything's still kind of growing. I'm going to get rid of this pot. We're done with these pansies and violas, but I planted up this big pot here. It's got lots of lovely things. We have the saffron finch, petunia. We have a bunch of things in here. We have the peachy keen, superbena, some really tall salvia, some dianthus, a medusa, trailing plant, and some other petunia varieties in here, and some terrenia. It's going to be really pretty, but it's just kind of starting to get going. So we'll check that out later in the season. Over here, I planted some marigolds and some scaevola. So we should have some beautiful color here soon, but not quite yet. This is one of my favorite plants. This is a baby's breath ground cover. This is its third year, so it's really boomed. And I've transplanted it from here to there, and I'll probably put a little bit over here at some point too. But I just love it. It's so dainty and pretty, and I love it against the stairs, and it just makes me happy. It's really happy right now. Let me show you the aphids. Everywhere on everything. Oh my gosh, it's so bad, you guys. Every flower has that on it. I hate them. I hate them so bad. The star of the backyard right now is the Back to the Fuchsia Salvia. Look how amazing this plant is. You really only get one big bloom out of this, and then if you cut it back you'll get a little bit more, but really it's kind of a one-time big show, and then it leaves these pretty leaves here, so I do like it, but just know that's kind of a one show. But look how beautiful this plant is. The color of it is just my absolute favorite. And then I've planted up this planter here that we'll take a look at in a minute that I absolutely love. I'm still trying to fine tune the drip system there, so we do have a lot of spillage, but I'm trying to fine tune that and get it figured out. I also came in and planted all of these. We have this dusty miller in here. It's going to add a really nice coolness to the base of this, and then we have some Sally Fun Salvia, as well as some mini Vista Super Tunias, and these are so cute. They're just kind of starting out, but it's going to be really nice in here with all the different cool toned colors. Pretty simple and fun, which I like, and I especially like it with these containers that are going to be really colorful. They're just starting out, so not too much to see. Here's a peek at the Priscilla. Love that one so much. This is the Royal something. Can't think of it right now. And then we've got these pops of red and yellow in here. And I did come and switch that salvia out for some white angelonia because I had a few extras and I thought I'd like them better in there. So we have those too. So fun. We've also got some Bermuda Beach and some persimmons. So it's going to have lots of different warm colors mixed with cool colors. The warm colors are taking their time. They're not quite out yet, but look at this Priscilla. Oh my goodness, I just absolutely love it. And then taking a closer look at this, I just love those cool toned geraniums with the purple and white and the ivy. That just really makes me happy, and I can't wait till it's just really full. So hopefully everything stays really happy in there. Okay, let's continue up and around and go over here to the fireplace bed. So you can see the thing that really stands out is our campanula. You guys, this plant is amazing. I had some up there too, and this year I don't think it gets enough water, but it's kind of faded out a little bit. But this is just beautiful. Love this plant. It's just one of my favorites. I'll put a video in here of the lemon eye sandwort. It's kind of on its last bloom. They're really pale yellow flowers, really pretty. Love this one too. But we kind of missed that, so I'll put in a video so you guys can see that. And then we have the Purple Mountain Osteospermum, and they kind of close up at night, so you can't really see the flowers, but they're a nice kind of pinky purple shade. And I did give that a good cut back this spring because it got kind of woody, and I should probably keep up on that a little better. Some phlox is done now, and now I've planted this gorgeous Evelyn rose. We've got a bud here. It's looking a little not that great. I'm feeling like it's got thrips or something. So that's unfortunate, but hopefully we get some good blooms on that because it's one of the roses that I'm most excited about this summer that I've added new here. I also came in, I need to pull these tulips out because they're done, but I planted some Tiara Blue Super Tunias right here, and they should do pretty well. This is some fountain grass that I think needs more water, obviously, and I think that will be pretty under this tree. But what I have really loved is this lupine. It has been so pretty. I really love it just underneath this tree canopy. It gets enough sun in the afternoon and some in the morning, but it's protective for part of the day, and it's just been really stunning. I absolutely love it. Let's get in a little closer so you can see that. I also transplanted these over here from a spring container, and some of them are doing okay, some of them are struggling a little bit. We'll see how they do. I'm absolutely loving this. I did think I was buying Bowl of Beauty, and I think that has a yellow center, so I'm a little sad because it's not quite what I thought it was, and maybe it will be when more bloom, but it's absolutely beautiful, so I can't complain too much, but I really thought it was going to be a Bowl of Beauty. I've tied up my daffodils here just so they can get a little more energy for the next season. So that's what these are in here. They look so messy, so I like to tie them up. And then we've got some hyssop here. This is a Queen Nectarine by Proven Winners, and you can just barely see a hint of color. It's this beautiful like tangerine orange color, so pretty. My phlox is getting all ready, and my delphinium's going to be blooming here pretty soon, one of the next things. Love that plant so much. Okay, not much else to see here. I transplanted these violas from a spring planter. My lady's mantle is getting ready to bloom, which is kind of fun. I mostly love it for the leaves, but it does have these yellow blooms on it that add a beautiful color. I need to come and cut back these irises. We had quite a bit of wind and then a bunch of rain, and it just really made them flop, but they're so pretty. We still have a few more blooms on them. I'll put a video in of them at their prime before they kind of got smashed down. They'll look better when I kind of come and clean them up. They do kind of get a little messy, but once I clean them up, they'll be totally fine. And then it's time to come trim these bushes. It's on my to-do list. Okay, let's head over here. I popped in a bunch of different flowers. I have some marigolds and some dianthus in here that should be filling in nicely. This year, I'm not gonna try to supplement any water. And if they don't get a ton of water, then I'm just gonna let them go. So we'll see how things do this year. I'm not gonna stress about getting everything perfectly watered. I tucked in some more of these violas in here in a video you guys saw. And then the star of the show right here are my peonies. They're so pretty. I especially love this one. I'll put the name on the screen that I think it is. I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure I found it. I just saved it in Pinterest, so I'll let you guys know. But I love this one with the pale yellow center. Stunning. I thought it was Raspberry Sunday or Shirley Temple. I'll put what I truly think it is though. It's just absolutely stunning, and look how huge this is. So pretty. So that's been fun to have those. That's always fun. Each one unique too. I just love all the ruffles. Ugh. And I never have the heart to like cut them off the bush because I enjoy them so much out here. Let me give you a peek at Gertrude Jekyll because she finally opened up. Oh my goodness, so stunning. And the scent on this one is so strong and pretty much a true rose scent. Love her. I'm glad those had some growth on them because I had to cut them quite far back in the spring, but man, they've put quite a bit of growth on, so that's really great. I planted a sunflower back there, and hopefully we'll get some more blooms out of that pretty soon. I also came in, I don't think I showed you guys this, but I popped in 2 dwarf boxwoods, and I'm so happy. They'll get about 1 to 2 feet in size. I just needed a little more winter interest, and they're in a perfect spot in front of this spirea, and I think it'll be really cute to have something here in those spots, especially when these peonies kind of die down. I have a few varieties in here. I'm not quite sure exactly what they all are. I think this is Alexander Fleming. So pretty. This is probably one of my favorite pink colored ones. Oh my goodness. So lovely. Look at all of them. I did put up these cages here, these like half rings that you just tuck in, and those I have found to be the best and easiest to put in. So I just put those in. These are getting ready to bloom. They're probably going to bloom while I'm out of town. So I'll probably miss them, which is sad. But look how pretty. I love them spilling over the rocks. Oh my goodness. Absolutely stunning. I planted some annuals in here, so we'll see those later when they're actually starting to show color. But something that is showing color right now are my Boom Chocolata hardy geraniums from Proven Winners, and I love that purple with the pink backdrop. They're baby plants, and so they're not really big right now, but these will get pretty big. And I just love the purple with the pink. It's going to be a good combination. I like that they bloom together. I really didn't think that they would bloom at the same time, so that's really fun. And I love the dark foliage on this. Really, really pretty. My Scabiosa or pincushions are starting to bloom, which is fun. These are covered in aphids too. Just everywhere, like we just get hot all of a sudden and then they just come out. My Angel Wings Senecio is getting ready to pop out. Absolutely love that plant. It's kind of slow going in the beginning, but it's really nice. So we'll have some more color in here as those annuals pick up. And then it'll be nice when my Gertrude, it's Jekyll. I keep saying Jekyll, but it's Jekyll, I think. Anyway, I like that color pink. It's just my favorite. So we'll have that in the spring with the peonies. And then the Gertrude Jekyll will have that same color in the back in the summer. So I'm super, super happy about that. Love it so much. And then you can see that the irises are done here too, and I'll insert a video because the irises were blooming at the same time as my Menton tulips that were right here, and it was really pretty combination. I absolutely love that. Obviously it's time to cut those stalks back. One of my favorite things this spring was that for sure. And then just behind that is my catmint. And I absolutely love that purple, especially paired next to my At Last roses down here that we'll get a little closer to in a minute. And it's such a pretty combination with this pine and that spirea, and then we have some serendipity allium that will pop up and give us a fun surprise later in fall when it blooms. So really, really fun. Like how this area has come together, and it'll look even prettier when I cut these back and to have that different texture in here with this foliage. So really fun. I'm actually really enjoying that. I love the catmint, especially next to the pines as well. Let's take a closer look at our At Last roses down here by the creek. One of my favorite roses. It's definitely in its full bloom right now. It just keeps blooming. So pretty. Look how bright it is. It just has a brightness to it, and it is just so pretty. They're actually doing pretty good this year. I've put quite a bit of compost and fed them really well, just like I do all my roses, but they're in a hard area that gets kind of dry, so they're doing well though. They're getting a little bigger this year. We had some taller shoots, which is exciting, and they'll just keep getting better and better, hopefully. And you can see that catmint behind there. Look how pretty that is with it. I just absolutely love it. And then over here, I planted these bachelor buttons, and the bugs are kind of going crazy on them. I just see a bunch of baby grasshoppers out here, and so I need to put something down, but I just love them. They're the cutest little things. Oh my goodness. I really hope they do well. They're kind of looking a little sad, but hopefully they perk up. Those dang grasshoppers, they were so bad in our area last year, and I've heard they're bad again this year, and I'm definitely starting to see signs of them. So I definitely need to come down here. Oh, there's one. It just hopped away. We got a whole group of babies down here. Probably should do something about that tonight. And then my tree peony, I hope it's doing good. I just want it to stay alive so that it gets bigger and bigger. And I'll insert a video of my neighbors. I did take a video of her tree peony across the creek that I'm trying to match, and it was really stunning. I hope I still have it. We planted some other plants around here too. These are wallflower, still giving us a little bit of blooms. Pretty soon I'll cut them back, and hopefully they'll give us more. We'll see how that one does here along the creek. And I'm gonna come and cut this dead grass away because it's kind of driving me crazy. But usually it's green and it doesn't bother me, but this year it just continues to look dead. So I need to do something about it. Not too much else around here, but here's a little view back this direction. Let's follow the creek along this way. It's getting a little dark. Hopefully you guys can see this. Planted some little zinnias here, which are nice. Not much else to see. Some marigolds down here that I planted. And I just plopped in some astilbe, like tubers, I don't know what you call them, in the ground, thinking they wouldn't really do anything, but they all came up. I got them at Costco, and they're pink, so we'll see how they do. I'm not sure if they'll love this area or not, but they are here. And then I have the James Galloway rose, so pretty. Yeah, look how pretty that is. I just absolutely love this rose. It's so fun. I love the bright pink color. I love the cupping shape of the flowers as well. Here's some that have kind of faded, but really, really pretty rose. Really happy with this one. And then I'm really happy about this euonymus. I think it's going to be beautiful that I just planted this spring, and hopefully it will kind of climb up that tree and give us that interest with that. My astilbe that I planted is doing okay. It does get a little hot in this area, so we'll see how it does. I absolutely love it though, because you can see it up from our deck here. I can see it down there, the blooms, and they kind of peek up behind the rocks, and it's really, really pretty. This is a type of aster that I planted and I absolutely love it along here. I think it's so stunning. I'm excited to see it bloom. Right now it's not giving us too much activity. The lamium is just going crazy. It's been really fun, and I'm loving the Dulce Spearmint Heuchera from Proven Winners. The blooms on that have been really pretty. They're this really pretty pinky red, and I'll show you the view from up there back here with this in the background, this purple iris. It's just so stunning. I'm absolutely loving that combination. So that was a fun surprise. I kind of forgot those bloomed, and so when they popped up this spring, I was like, oh yeah, those bloom. And they've been blooming forever. So we'll show you that view when we get up there on the top. But let's look at our Creekside bed. So pretty right now. You can see it's getting a little darker and that white is just popping. I'm really gonna like this as a moon garden area. I did plant some annuals up in here that do have more color, just to pop in some spots that had some holes. But for the most part, anything I plant in here, I'm gonna try to do white or any of these cool blue toned colors. And I've absolutely loved this iris. It's been blooming for quite a while. And you can see I put some here and there and there, and then one over there. And I just think that has been so fun to just have that pattern carried on through this Creekside bed. I'm really liking this vinca, and I have been pulling a little bit out as well. I'm a little bit scared of it, I have to admit. I was scared when I planted it, and I'm still a little scared of it. But it is pretty easy to kind of pull out around my plants, and so I have done that. I'm going to try to really keep up on it. I've even transplanted some over here to try to get it to pick up over here, but it's really dry in this dirt, and I'm not sure how well it's going to do. I've been trying not to like really supplement it too much because it just needs to live there in the condition that is in, and that is just really dry. But anyway, have really loved this. As you can see, the hostas are just booming this year. A lot of them, it's their third year, so they've gotten quite big. In fact, it looks a little too much to me sometimes, so eventually I will try to pull some of this vinca back. But for right now, I'm just really enjoying it looking lush, because the last couple years it just looked like dry dirt, and so it's been really, really fun. I think I'll be happier too when I come and cut back this Brunnera. We're done with these blooms. Probably won't get to it for another week or so, but you'll cut these all back, and then you'll have these beautiful Brunnera plants, one of my favorite shade plants. So that is a chore I need to do, but it is fun to enjoy these cool blue toned flowers in the spring, and they have been going forever and ever. It's so nice. So really fun in here. Okay, moving forward, I have my Desdemona rose. Let's go climb up the hill and take a peek. The roses are really small this year, but the plant is petite. I think next year we'll get to enjoy it a little bit more. But it is pretty. I'm gonna enjoy it, I can tell, but really small blooms for this year. These are the blue toned hostas that I put in here. I think they're halcyon or something like that. I love the blue colors, and that's so pretty. Thanks, Piper. Trudging through all my flowers. Ah, I just love it down here. It just makes you want to stay down here forever with the sound of the creek. Let me have you listen to it for a second down here. Okay, isn't that nice and peaceful? I wanted to show you too that these Russian olive trees are in bloom, and they smell so strong. These are kind of junky, messy trees, but I have absolutely grown to love them. We planted these birch trees in here thinking one day we'd cut some of these other trees out, and we will eventually, but now I kind of don't want to. They add such an interest, the different ways that they go, and I love their dark bark and their sage foliage. So they have just been something that I have really grown to love. And the thought of not having them here makes me really sad, honestly. So, but they are messy trees and they smell strong. When I first moved here, I absolutely hated the smell of it. And then my sister said, oh, I love the smell of Russian sages. And then I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna learn to like them. Yeah, we're trying. I forget how strong they are. Okay, I added all these gorgeous purple blue toned pansies and violas in here, and it's been so happy. So it's kind of funny. We go from white to purple to pink back there. It's kind of fun, a little different. I kind of feel like the pink and blue together is kind of weird, but I'm still kind of getting used to it. But I do love this in here. I'm hoping they're gonna last in here for quite some time, like my other ones have. Eventually they kind of peter out, but I'm gonna give them a chance in here, and I think they're so pretty. They add so much. And then my Surefire white begonias, I have some of those spread throughout here too, and they should get pretty big in here. I'm testing to see how they do in shade, so we'll see. Hakonakloa, oh my goodness. I planted some other ones, and I'm hoping that they'll just really make it. Come on, guys. They're expensive little plants. And yeah, one back here. I just want a big grouping right here because I just love the pop of the green. So pretty. The heuchera adds that too. Okay, we can't talk too much. Then we have our geraniums. I really wanted to pop some geraniums in here in front of these Limelight Prime hydrangeas, and I think it's going to be such a pretty combo when these are blooming. So they're just trying to put on some growth here. Haven't gotten any blooms yet. Don't have any buds. We have little buds forming, but we have aphids all over them. Oh my goodness, so annoying. But I need to come take care of this. This is the strawberry something, David Austin rose. Anyway, we'll look at it when it blooms. Okay, let's come up here to the shed area. Got some plants in here, some Russian sage that isn't blooming quite yet, but that will be pretty when the time comes. And then I have this gorgeous pot. And then my nice window box. So excited about this. The scaevola, and this. You have to watch that plant video to see what I have in here, but I'm just loving the combination. It's going to be a lot of bright colors. This is a Super Tunia fuchsia. This is Tiara blue. We've got this yellow. We also have persimmon, and then we have this star blue scaevola with some dark salvia in the back that should get tall, and some silver falls, some vinca, and I'm just waiting for this to put on some growth, and it's going to be so stunning when it does. And then over here we've got some peaches on our peach tree, which is really exciting. Yay! And some pears. If the birds don't eat them, please don't eat my pears. And then these are the things I planted up, my seeds that I started in like March. So this is my Lysianthus. It's doing pretty good. I'm kind of proud of myself because those were really hard. Some status, so hopefully I can make some beautiful bouquets to take inside. And then I have some sunflowers starting. These are the Pro Cut White Knight and Pro Cut Peach. And then I planted some seeds here as well, so I can just continue to have some, if Piper doesn't step on them. Okay, get out of here. I'll continue to seed those every couple weeks so I can have some all summer. So this is like the first time I'm doing these cut flowers, and so we'll see. It's quite the slow process, I will say that. We had these blooming, these allium. I'll put a video in of them because they were so stunning. And right now they've kind of faded, but they are just so pretty. I just love how they blow away in the wind. They just make you feel like you live in a little fairy tale land, especially with the creek behind them. And they're one of my favorite things. Our incredible hydrangeas have quite a few blooms on them, so I'm so excited to see them this year. Oh, they're gonna be so pretty. Love that. Don't comment on the boxwoods because I'm not very good at trimming those, and I've learned I need to let them grow together. So don't judge me. I need to learn how to do that. Oh man, this blue fescue is so pretty. I love it, and it's blooming. I think that's so cute. Not too much going on over here quite yet, except for the Back to the Fuchsia salvia. Look how stunning. Love it, love it. I have it alternated with some daisies, so when those are done, the daisies will bloom. And I popped in some bright pink dianthus in between each of these, so that'll be fun to have. A ground cover that I added that I absolutely love called Partridge Feather. Gorgeous silver foliage that's very ferny and stunning. And then one of my favorite ground covers that I added this year is this. Oh my goodness, look at it. This is silver Catula, and I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I want some more of it. It has these cute little ball flowers, and it just reminds me of Dr. Seuss or something. It's so fun. Let's take a look at those back to the fuchsia salvia. So pretty. Oh, we forgot to look at the shed pots. We'll go look at those here when we're done with this section. Down look here. Lady's mantle getting ready to bloom. I planted some white supertunias here. And then let's get the view of these Dulce spearmint blooms with that purple in the back. Oh, when the sun's shining on it, the sun's not on it right now, but it's just so pretty. And these have been blooming forever. I love the color of the foliage here. Stunning. I planted some sun patience that are a beautiful pink color here, along with the Surefire white begonias. And then my heucheras are doing great here. I've loved all of them. Really, really pretty. Not too much else going on here, just waiting for all the annuals to give us some color. Okay, let's go look at the shed pots and then we'll wrap it up. Here they are. They're actually starting to put on quite a bit of color. I'm going colorful this year. I'm a little scared, but I also love it. So fun. So we have the Surefire rose begonia, some Terenia, is that what it's called? And these yellow flowers with this begonia that turns a peach color, and some other fun things in here, and an elephant ear and a coleus, and everything just needs to add some growth, but it's going to be really pretty. And then here's this one. Really, really fun. So we'll keep you updated on those for sure. Huh, Piper? Yeah. Okay. I think that's it.